new creek. First time ever. I'm not sure if my fancy pants little mucks are the way to go, or if I should have on waders. I'm about to find out. I'm not worried about the shallow where I can see. I'm concerned about the bottom falling out in sections like that. So you know the routine. We get in a creek and we look for things that float and things that sink, and then we harvest if we like them. If we don't, we leave them for the next person to harvest because they may like them more than me. I know I should have worn a different helmet because the one on my head is not covering my ears, so I'm gonna get a sharp case of ear burn. Maybe not. There's a lot of bottles. I mean, a whole lot of bottles. But they are all modern beer. That is I'll give you an example. I hate to even pick one up, so I didn't. Now there's an older Sprite, knee-high looking bottle right there. So I could be wrong. There may be something of interest in here. What is that? That is a pan. That should be in Mobile. That is a vacuum cleaner. That is a fold-up chair. Hey, that is a toy. Everybody loves a nice toy. Get out of there. We'll set that on the bank and harvest. That is a giant neon bottle. It could be old, but new ones are also made with the bottom that looks like that. Let's dust it. You know, that's the old style where it sat on something, but I don't know how to tell if it's old or not. Maybe by the top. We'll come back and look at that because I want to get down here before all this mud I'm stirring up beats me to all the good stuff. There is a front tire to a tricycle or bicycle. There is a hubcap. Okay, we're almost there. We've got to outrun this stuff. Then we'll go back. Oh, this dinosaur just flew over my head. Did y'all see that shadow? I found one old bottle in a creek further upstream that attaches to this one, and it was square. I may have chewed off more than I could bite because this creek is getting deep in parts, and I've got to walk back through this thing. God, there's so many bottles, and it's getting deeper. Now here's the end. This is where I'm going to turn around and make my way back, but I've got to look down here first. If I was an old bottle, I would stop right here. That's not old. That's not old. That's not old. I mean, old, like, yeah, maybe. That's not old. There's a bicycle. There's always a bicycle a complete whole bicycle in a creek. Let's see if this is a complete whole bicycle in a creek. Last time I just stopped on the side of the road, I pulled that little Sunbeam pistol out, which was awesome. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Oh, it goes on and on. See, that bottle looks old, but my goodness, it's covered up with that looks old too. That is not. Where'd it go? Right there. I guess I'm gonna have to utilize these as much as I don't want to. Oh my goodness. That's not old. That's not old. Neither's that one. Also, be ye mindful. There is no way on earth I can clean out all these creeks. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the trash that catches my eye. Now I gotta figure out how to get back without stepping in the deep spots where we were, and then we'll go back and look at that other bottle. It was a while back, but if you haven't seen the video where Zach got bit by a snake. Oh no, I got too deep. I want to see what this thing is over here. But Zach sat on a snake. Look at that. What is that? A wheel off a air compressor? That thing is so heavy. Let's figure out how many seconds I got to get away before it falls in the water. I'm running out of time. I'm sinking. I'm without man purse today. Intensely because my shorts hath no belt loops. I've only found one big old iron wheel like that one before that I wish I'd kept. And I didn't. I did the same thing. I laid it up on a bank. I thought, well, it'll be there forever. But there were a few businesses there. You could tell everybody goes outside to eat lunch, and I think someone saw it and liked it and got it. We're almost back. There is a magic genie bottle. I managed an estate for a family once when the owner passed, and there were a bunch of this color things, but they were animals. And turns out it was a guy that was in Gatlinburg that made them, and they turned out to be worth a lot of money. I think I gave them all away. I'm gonna go back and look at that bottle later before I do my wrap up. I've kind of started a little pile. Tons of Coke bottles in this creek. I'm looking for a different shape though. Not really that shape, but I want to see what that is. There's a bottle. There's the bottom to a can. I don't know how many times I've told this story in other videos already, but Zach and I were detecting and ended up kind of crossing through a little small field, and the owner didn't tell us, hey, watch out, that horse doesn't like people or metal detectors. And that joker chased me around tree after tree after tree until I made it to the creek. Zach only got a little bit of footage. It's hilarious now. It was not hilarious then. Things like this are interesting because there was a day somebody bought that. It was sitting on a shelf somewhere and they thought, man, that would be awesome in the house, and they bought it. And here is what's left of it. I don't know why I find that fascinating. Now that's an older bottle. That's an older bottle. Oh my goodness, I just took a drink of whatever that was. I usually keep every one of these ball jar seals or whatever brand, but I have so many and I don't have a man purse. Hubcap or pan? That's a pan. We got a decision to make here. Alligator Alley or this way? Go this way. That's back when Adidas. It's not Adidas, that's a 4-striper. I was gonna say that's back when Adidas weren't $200 for a pair of shoes. That's not all. Now that looks like a tall hutch. Not that one. This one. But it's not at all. That is a no name. And I could throw all these out on the bank, which is what I usually do, and I go back and do the grand collection when it's all over, but there's just too many. If you're ever walking a creek and you throw the trash out, make sure you go back and get it, because somebody may eventually cut the grass or bush hog or something. I will consolidate. There's got to be one incredible thing in this creek. I think I smell it. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. there's just so many. Yoo-hoo, yahoo. That's too deep. Let's take the, this is some sinker. You'll know an alligator den. I don't know if that's the proper word, because it'll be a slough area like that. Oh, there's something dead in here. But it'll be an actual hole that goes on up in there. How come? See, here I go again. Strolling down memory lane. There was a day when a kid needed some shoes, and that was it. Look at that. It's just fascinating to me. I wonder if all my stuff's gonna end up in the creek. If it does, it'll be a bunch of stuff I've drug out of the creek, so it'll be fun for somebody. This is looking a little too deep to walk, but I'm going to try it anyway. I think we're going to make it. Barely. Now you know if a bottle, there's 1,000 bottles in here. You know if a bottle's doing a float like that, it hasn't been in here long. That's been in here long. We went to Gulf Shores a long time ago. Could have been the last. Oh, there's something crawling on my neck. Could have been last year, but I finally got around to putting the video out. We rode this banana boat thing. The ride was 8 to 10 minutes. It's supposed to be semi-gentle, and depending on the crowd, determine how rough the driver abused you. The waves were so bad that he apologized when it was over. You can go back to my videos and check it out if you want to. It didn't get many views because it's okay. I'm going to share with y'all things I do. Either way, because that's what I do. That looks like an old Pepsi or Buffalo Rock. But anyway, if you get a minute, check it out. We were out there and it was absolutely brutal. My bride was beat to death. She did not have the time of her life. We got done, the guy apologized. He said, I can't do anything about the waves. And I told him, man, I thought you was trying to knock us off. And he said, no. Of course, I was trying to one-hand it like some superhero with a GoPro in my hand. There's nothing in here that we want to harvest, is there? So have I passed anything that I should have picked up? I don't know. Sun kind of went away, makes it a little tougher. We got a little bit more to go, and then this adventure is over because I cannot find that thing to harvest. Well, I can go back and get that car. And the other 2 bottles I set there in that little pot. I think it's going to get deep. Yeah, it got pretty deep back there. I had to get out. Here's your Common Creek scooter. Here's your Common Creek horseshoe. That is a real one too. I find throwing horseshoes at times, but that one right there is gonna go with me. So I'll put it in the grass right there so I can see it. So a horseshoe, that's it. Little tiny bottle. That looks like a stingray head. No, that is a soft shell turtle body. How in the world did that thing die? Look how big it is though, for this little bitty creek. I guess when you're done, huh? Speaking of done, I'm done. That was a bummer, but I had to check it. I mean, I can go back and like scout places out and look around for them and stuff like that and not take you with me, but I kind of wonder if you want to go. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to go with me every time? Or do you want me to scout places out? Because the problem is when you scout places out, you find stuff. They don't want you to be there when I find it. Now we got to get up in the grass. Find that one lonely horseshoe. Thanks for watching my videos.